We have to think of the social bias that's against a prostituted woman. You know, it's really hard for people to see us as victims. My sexual exploitation started as a child. I was running away from an abusive home environment. I ended up, to survive, having to compromise myself sexually to grown men.
I grew up in foster care. I went through physical abuse as a child, and I was always looking for love. I always seemed to find the wrong men. They become abusers, and I would stay because I was needing that love so much that I wouldn't care what they were doing to me. The last gentleman that I met, he said he loved me so much, and he came into my life and took everything away. He introduced me to drugs, and he started to control everything. And I didn't know that he was a hustler, didn't know he was a pimp, and he started controlling me with the drugs, and so I ended up going into porn on the internet. So he broke me down with the verbal abuse, physical abuse, and I got tired of it. He beat me up so bad that I ended up in the hospital for 2 weeks.
I graduated high school, barely. The family that I was living with at the time, a friend of our family's, I remember for graduation, she bought me a set of luggage. I was like, is this a hit? She goes, well, you're 18, it's time to go. But I had nowhere, and I had no skills, really.
Throughout history, this issue of prostitution has been so misunderstood by the norms of society, and people don't think about the issue of the men who purchase.
Who purchases? You know what I'm saying? They're the leaders of your churches, or they're the leaders of your government, or they're these women's nice husbands who have big corporate jobs, and then they come in and they buy these women. The cops just, no.
The decriminalization of the women is the first step. We're doing everything backwards.
No girl, whether it's a strip club, a back page ad, call girls, massage parlors, phone sex, porn, nobody wants to do that. In order for me to break the cycle, I really had to kind of just sit still. I had to be allowed the space, the time, whatever it took, whatever was needed in order for me to sift through some of that pain and anger and hurt that I had.
A rape victim is a victim, and they're treated as such. Women used in prostitution are victims, and they need to be given the care and treatment that they need. We have to have social programs in place and specific type of programming. You know, we have domestic violence shelters out there. We have the drug addiction part, so we have those kind of facilities for another piece. We have mental health for those that may be dealing with a mental health issue. What we don't have is survivors leading other survivors.
We need to get together, and we need to speak to each other, and we need to empower each other, and we need to raise each other up and encourage and love and hug.
I'm getting my self-esteem back. I'm empowering me. It's time for me to blossom into the woman that I know I can be without drugs, without sex, without a man to make me feel needed and wanted.
There will always be prostitution. Can we assist in lowering the use of women and girls? Yes, we can. Can we educate? Can we shift this bias against the women in prostitution to the men who buy? Can we do the things and put things in place to help assist women so they never have to compromise themselves sexually to survive? Can we as a people become better people? Absolutely we can.
I have mad respect for myself. When I started. When I very first started. I knew who I was when I went in there. I had no idea who I was when I came out. You mean, what do I say to my mom?
Yes.
I don't know that answer. Everybody wanted me to put an exclamation mark, like, yeah, respect. And I was like, well, no, I don't think so. I think respect is something that you should question. I think it's something that you should question whether or not people respect you, or you respect other people, or whether or not you even respect yourself.